afternoon right now. I'm not really sure, but I wanted to say good afternoon. You know, it's always great to have Governor Cooper visit our city and to see the work that we're doing. But I have to admit, he's the governor, but the mayor of the historic West End is really the person that should be standing up here. Maddie Marshall and I have worked together. Let's give Maddie. Where's Maddie? Have worked together from the first day that she called me and said we need to have computers for our kids for after-school care. And here we are, we've come so far in our journey around quality of life issues that she's now talking about we need to have chargers for our EV vehicles on the West End. So thank you. Thank you so much, Maddie. I want you to recognize our critical partners, Duke Energy, UNC Charlotte, our hometown university, and the Central Carolina Regional Council. Together, this partnership, like many things we do in this community, it brings about great results. So I want to also recognize Geraldine Gardner. Where's Geraldine? Here. There you are. And to say thank you for the work that you're doing with our COG initiative. When we talk about regionalism, Governor, she's leading the way, both for transportation and clean fuels and Connect Beyond. All of this is making a difference. You know, the city of Charlotte adopted a strategic energy action plan, and I want to recognize former Mayor Jennifer Roberts for being a part of pushing us to do this. So, Mayor Roberts, want to say thank you for that, because we have taken action on this plan. We're beginning to electrify our bus system. We're beginning a utility-scale solar farm, investing in energy and efficiency, and more importantly, we're creating jobs for people in this community, across the community, that will be a part of our change to make our energy plan successful. So with that, I really want to say today we're going to come together to focus on this exceptional charging system here. And I want to say it's really significant, the work that we're doing. It's an amazing new concept. And I can't remember who said this. I think it's our professor who said we can outdo California when it comes to these charging stations. I'm really up for that kind of challenge. But even more significantly, we know that we're on one of our corridors of opportunity, the West Side. And this is a place that as a child I remember having a downtown at the corner of LaSalle and Oakline, where there were shops and things were flourishing. And things changed. And somehow this part of town did not gain the economic opportunities that others had. And now this community is looking at how do we do something with a lens of equity. And I believe that this PoleVolt charger is a part of that program. And I want to say we partner with this program. It's not just the city of Charlotte, but I do want to recognize Council Member Winston, who is here somewhere as a part of the work that we're doing. There's Council Member Winston. I also want to recognize our partners in success. Pat Cotham, County Commissioners that are here. Are there any other commissioners or council members around? Thank you for being here today, because your presence really shows the significance of this event. But more importantly, we have a governor, and I know that he's going to introduce the people that he works with, the people that we asked to go from Charlotte to Raleigh to carry this message for us. And Governor, I think you will be good with that. Is that good? Thank you so much. He usually does that so much better than I do, so I just want you to know that he understands that the delegation from Mecklenburg County matters, and his commitment to our delegation has always been strong. But I want to say the leadership from the governor has just been amazing for us. His work and dedication on climate action is nothing short of remarkable. The way that he has approached this through the budget process, through the negotiations that he has to go through, I tell you, I couldn't be more proud that he has talked about how do we make sure that we reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and that we grow our clean energy economy. And Governor, I want to thank you for what you're doing, and I would love to invite you to this podium to talk a little bit more about your commitment to this effort. Thank you so much.
If the mayor says it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. Great to be here in the historic West End and with one of the best mayors in America in Vi Lyles. I'm grateful to be here. Councilman Winston, Pat Cotham, the county commissioners, thank you for being here. And I'm not sure there's a better delegation in Raleigh than the Mecklenburg delegation. And today we have some great senators and representatives. I see these men and women in action in Raleigh, and they bring it home to Charlotte, and they make people in Raleigh recognize that the Charlotte area is an economic engine for North Carolina. So I want to say hello and thank you to Senators Marcus, Salvador, Waddell, and Mohammed, and Representatives Autry, Belk, Brown, Carney, Harris, Hunt, and Majid. And if I've forgotten somebody, let me know, but let's give them a big hand. Oh, Representative Lofton, of course. And Representative Brown, is he here? Did I say Representative Brown? I thought I saw him too. I'm going to meet with you later, Representative Lofton. So, who saw the Super Bowl? What kind of ads did you see? Ads for EV vehicles. In conversations that I've had with executives at Ford, GM, Toyota, the market is moving there at lightning speed. North Carolina has to be ready for it. We have to make sure that the EV infrastructure is all across our state. The quicker we do that, the more affordable these EVs will be for everyday North Carolinians. Now, we often talk about this through the climate change lens, and we know we have to step up for that fight. And in fact, climate change often hits the hardest the communities that can afford it the least. So we need to make sure that we are taking steps to fight climate change. But even if you don't want to do that, even if you don't believe that, the pocketbook issues around clean energy are where it's at. We know that moving to a clean energy economy is going to put money in people's pockets. Already with Executive Order 80, I wanted to move our power sector to get to 70% reduction by 2030 and carbon neutral by 2050. With House Bill 51 passed by the legislature in a bipartisan way, with the support of many people here in this delegation, we're going to be able to get to that. Now I've issued Executive Order 246. It's time for us to turn toward the clean transportation sector. And just like we put forth with Executive Order 80, a consensus clean energy plan that was later used in House Bill 951, we're going to put together a consensus clean transportation plan for North Carolina. And it's going to involve significantly more EVs. It's going to involve infrastructure for EVs. And it's also going to involve environmental justice. For too long, we've left behind underserved communities, communities of color, and we need to make sure that our actions in the climate arena take all of that into account. That's part of this executive order. I'm excited to be here today as we move into our clean energy economy, and I want to congratulate the city of Charlotte for the visionary actions that they've taken. This partnership, this public-private partnership is critical. We've got Duke Energy, which has worked to make sure that this happened today. UNC Charlotte, our academic institutions are working. The City of Charlotte, the Council of Governments. People are coming together to make sure that we move into this clean energy economy. I'm excited to be governor during this time. We've got to keep pushing it, folks. And this is the kind of action that we need. Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing from the other speakers that we have. I appreciate it.
I'd like to invite to the podium someone that doesn't really need an introduction, Ron Ross, Historic West End Green District member. Ron?
Thank you, Mayor Lyles and Governor Cooper. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ron Ross, president of Northwood Estates. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Ritz at Washington Heights. The Ritz Theater was built at this location in the early 1960s for Black moviegoers during the segregation era. It is now a venue to honor history, to facilitate teaching, learning, and to embrace new technology for our community. Community leaders Maddie Marshall from Washington Heights, William Hughes from Oaklawn Park, and I, along with Clean Air NC, have been monitoring levels of air pollution in our neighborhoods. Our goal is to implement a green district along the Beatties Ford Road corridor. The historic West End Green District goal is to improve air quality, reduce carbon emissions, and improve health. Our community is negatively impacted due to the close proximity of freeways, industrial facilities, waste sites, truck stops, and the like. We plan to continue and expand air quality monitoring, establish strategic tree planting, implement green infrastructure, educate our communities about strategies to reduce air pollution, to protect their health from diseases like diabetes, COPD, asthma, heart disease, which is caused by air pollution and exposure to particular matter. We're working with government, educational institutions, and businesses for opportunities to provide the installation of EV charging stations to be in communities such as ours. This PoleVolt installation that's located here will ignite tremendous opportunities for this community and other communities like ours. We look forward to collaborating with the partners in the design and adding technology to fit specific community needs, such as including Wi-Fi, air quality monitors, and the like. We'll be afforded an opportunity to have hands-on use of this PoleVolt, and it will provide us with educational opportunities. It will lead to those opportunities, and also leads to potential employment opportunities, training, apprenticeships, business ownership, and hopefully, I shouldn't say hopefully, and it will lead potential employers to locate their businesses in our community so that we have the opportunity to live, work, and live where we work. And those are the types of opportunities that we will have. And we're looking forward, as the governor mentioned, to some innovative opportunities to provide incentives and opportunities for residents in my neighborhood and the surrounding neighborhoods to afford the capacity to purchase electric vehicles. This is a big game changer for economic opportunities and upward mobility within our community, which has been lacking. 50 out of 50 in upward mobility in Charlotte. We look forward to a commitment of EV charging stations being installed. If you will look to your left and my right, there's a Vest Water plant. And we have a commitment to have some EV charging stations installed at that location. Governor Cooper has issued executive orders to increase electric vehicles. We look forward to reducing air pollution and addressing climate change. And I'd like to give one big shout out to a person that's not here today, William Hughes, who has led this charge in getting the PoleVolt located at this facility. Thank you for your attention. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Kenton from UNC Charlotte. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Rob Kenton, Dean of the Williams States League College of Engineering at UNC Charlotte. It is a true pleasure and honor to be here this afternoon representing Niner Nation. It is an honor to join Mayor Lyles, Governor Cooper, our industry partner, Duke Energy, and the Washington Heights community today. Great universities not only impart knowledge, they generate new information that can improve life for generations to come. As North Carolina's urban research university, UNC Charlotte has a unique role to play in strengthening our state's national and global competitiveness. Among UNC Charlotte's areas of research distinction are a commitment to transformational energy, transportation and advanced mobility, and smart and sustainable cities. Today, we are here to celebrate a project that highlights all three of those areas. Through our partnership with Duke Energy, the City of Charlotte, and the Central Carolina Research Council, we have developed the PoleVolt. Nearly 90% of electric vehicle charging is expected to happen at home, but only about 50% of vehicles in the United States are parked at single-family homes with easy access to electric power. In urban areas, many vehicles park curbside. Placing charging stations in the public right-of-way along the curb can be expensive and difficult because of the potential need to run underground wiring and install new charging bollards in or near sidewalks. Funding from the U.S. Department of Energy's Vehicle Technology Office allowed our team, led by Dr. Rob Cox, to address this access disparity in a cost-effective manner. Together, we have developed a first-of-its-kind universal electric vehicle charging solution that can be installed on existing streetlights, allowing us to reuse existing infrastructure. This project has allowed us to address the implementation challenges associated with developing this type of technology, including addressing ADA compliance, locations of poles relative to parking spaces, use of the right-of-way, and the potential impact of such a solution at scale. I am so proud of our team, especially our undergraduate students, who led the development of the cloud-based software to launch charging from a smartphone. Grady Harwood, a senior in UNC Charlotte's System Engineering Department from Raleigh, and Philip Harmon, a junior electrical engineering major from Charlotte, here with us this afternoon. Thank you for the role you played in deploying this first public PoleVolt here at RITS at Washington Heights. Collaboration has long been the hallmark of research at UNC Charlotte, and this is just one of the many examples of how the university partners with businesses, the city, the community, and organizations to creatively solve issues and challenges facing our society. One of the strengths of UNC Charlotte over the past 75 years has been our deep connection to the Charlotte business community. You have hired our students, have partnered on research, and have invested in our success. As we look forward to the next 75 years, we are charting a path that is collaborative, innovative, creative, and fearless. Most importantly, we are making a meaningful difference in the lives of those we serve. And there's no better place to do that than in Charlotte, North Carolina, one of the country's fastest growing and most dynamic cities that is committed to access and equity. It is my pleasure at this time to now introduce our next speaker, Stephen DeMay, Duke Energy State President. Stephen?
So good to see you again.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephen DeMay. I'm the North Carolina president for Duke Energy, and I'm really honored to be here with Governor Cooper and Mayor Lyles. And I'm really pleased to represent our company in this moment of innovation and partnership. Duke Energy is proud to have been part of this collaborative effort, and we want to recognize the leadership of UNC Charlotte, the City of Charlotte, and the Centralina Regional Council for bringing this technology to this neighborhood at this point in time. Duke Energy is committed to the clean energy transition that the governor described a moment ago. Climate legislation that was enacted under his leadership, in combination with the company's own climate goals, puts forth a roadmap to rapid decarbonization of the North Carolina economy. This roadmap ensures a least cost pathway, and it ensures reliability. But what I want you to know is Duke is also keenly focused on making sure that this transition to clean energy is just and equitable to all of our communities. The benefits of clean energy must go to all of our customers. Its costs must be shared more thoughtfully. That's why Duke Energy is leading an affordability collaborative, working closely with stakeholders to identify and implement ways to reduce the energy burden on those customers who most need it. As you know, or as you may know, the transportation sector has surpassed the energy sector as North Carolina's leading source of greenhouse gas emissions. Duke Energy strongly supports the governor's focus on this and his clean transportation plan, as well as Mayor Lyle's efforts to increase vehicle electrification in this great city, Duke Energy's hometown. Duke Energy is also committed to doing its part to enable the transition to electric vehicles, and that too starts with access and affordability. North Carolinians should have the ability to choose electric vehicles regardless of where they live. That's why we are removing barriers everywhere we see them, including and especially access to charging. PoleVolt is one such example, ensuring cost-effective vehicle charging at home, even when home comes with on-street parking. Another example is the Make Ready program that your Utilities Commission recently approved. This is a program that Duke proposed that gives homeowners and other customers access to the infrastructure they need to make their homes ready to adopt electric vehicles. It's these kinds of initiatives that are fundamental to our belief that greater access to vehicle charging will lead to greater electric vehicle transitions. Thank you for the opportunity to be here to celebrate PoleVolt. We're really pleased to have been part of that. This innovation that began here in Charlotte will soon move to Greensboro, and then it will go to other places around the state to bring clean energy and clean transportation to reality. So thank you very much.
Okay, so to give everyone a rundown of what's going to happen next, Governor Cooper and Mayor Lyles are going to take a couple of photos over at the station with the project team. And then for our reporters in attendance, once they are done with their photos, they will take questions from reporters over by the charging station. So let's give them a couple of minutes to take their photos, and then we'll welcome reporters over there for some Q&A. Thank you, everybody.